Why are some people rich and others poor? My name is Manchester Casabo, and you're on the Manchester Way YouTube channel. I'm here in nature once again, send you loads of positive energy, abundance energy. Why are some people rich and others so poor? You look around, you see rich people, you see billionaires, you see millionaires, and you see those a little lower than millionaire, but they're good financially. They're financially free. And then you see poor people, loads of them. 8 people, 8 people, that's it, right? Own as much wealth as half of the planet. Just 8 people own as much wealth as about 4,000, what am I saying? 4 billion people. Why is that? Why are some rich and some poor? I have the answer for you. The answer is thought. The answer is desire. The answer is mindset. But the first thing is thought. And there's other things that we'll take a look at in this video. The difference, the fundamental difference between rich and poor is the way they think, is their thoughts. We're talking law of attraction. First of all, a lot of poor people do not choose wealth to begin with. They do not choose financial abundance to begin with. They are not asking for that. The rich are asking for it. You see, we all experience contrast. We know what we don't want, so we know what we want. The rich want bigger things. The poor is asking for less. They do not even see themselves as a match for a lot of money, whereas the rich see themselves as a match. So, both the poor and the rich are asking. The poor is not asking for enough. You see, the universe doesn't know the difference between creating a button and a castle. If you ask for a button, it is created. If you ask for a castle, it is created. So that is step one. The poor and the rich are asking for different things because of their thoughts, because of their thought pattern. Sometimes it's because of how they have been socialized. A lot of poor people, yes, they come from poor families, so they see no examples of people getting out of poverty and they think that is just the way it is. A lot of rich people come from rich families, but some of them come from poor families and get inspired. They actually want to make a difference and they know poverty is not for them. They know they don't want poverty, so they know they want riches. I have seen poor people sabotage themselves, or people with very little money sabotage themselves. Many of them don't want to watch a video like this. Many of them will not read a book on wealth or on being rich. Many of them think that money is a bad thing. The love of money is the root of all evil, as opposed to the lack. Many of them think that you should not talk about money. They have a problem with me. This guy is only talking about money. You see, that creates more poverty. Whereas the rich, it's okay because they know that money is only a byproduct of success. If you create value, you give to the world, you access the law of giving and receiving, you give, you give, you give, you're bound to receive because giving and receiving are two sides of the same coin. Whatever you ask for, the universe will create it. And you may be wondering, but the poor is asking for stuff. Bear with me a moment. Whatever you ask, the universe creates. And that thing is in vibrational escrow. You do not have it, the physical equivalent as yet. If you're asking for a certain amount of money, it's in vibrational escrow, waiting for you to become a vibrational match for it. And that is another difference between the rich and poor. The rich are a vibrational match for riches. The poor, they are a vibrational match for poverty. And that is just the way it is. The energy around each one has poverty energy and the other has riches, money, wealth energy. I could watch people. If I observe anyone, if we have a conversation, if I know them, I could basically I could predict their future just by their language, just by the way they respond to money, just by the books they read, just by whether they criticize the rich or not. You could know, you could tell. It is very clear to me why some are rich and why some are poor. You see certain poor people and you know that is that this is where they are gonna stay because of that poverty energy. So if you want to become wealthy, if you want to become rich or financially free, you have to change your mindset. You have to first of all ask for more. You have to see yourself as more. And that way you will give more. The law of giving and receiving, you will give more. Some people, they broke because they're stuck in a job that pays very little. And they think that it's okay, it's all right, they have no problem. Now, I'm not saying whether that this is good or bad. If that is your choice, that is your choice. But that is how it's going to be for them. Whereas the wealthy, no, they're always doing big things. Now, it is not action, first of all. It is not action. It is, first of all, it is vibration. You have to vibe. If you want to be rich or if you want to be financially free, you have to become a vibrational match for that. Your action will show it, but it starts with your thoughts first of all. What is your point of focus? What are you focused on? When you think of money, what do you think of? The poor might tell you they want money. They're thinking of money. Both the rich and poor are thinking of money. But what's the difference? The poor, when they think of money, they are thinking of the lack of it, scarcity. They think there's not enough. They think that the economy is bad and things, the times are hard. They always think the times are hard. The rich, when they think of money, they're thinking of the abundance of it. I heard this rich businessman speak, and you could see his language, and I'm saying that is why this guy is successful. In this time when a lot of people are saying that times are hard and it's the worst time we've ever seen, he's saying that it's the perfect opportunity for him to start 4 more businesses. You see? His mindset. Plus, he has momentum around money. The rich have rich and money making momentum, and the poor have lack and scarcity momentum. So it's kind of difficult for them because of the momentum. If something is rolling down a hill, the further down the hill it gets, the more momentum, right? Hmm. The snowball effect. All of this is just nature. We could just observe nature and see the difference why some are rich and why some are poor. And it is not that the rich are bad people and that the poor are good people. It is not that the rich have done something wrong. It is not that the rich have monopolized the wealth and put a fence around it. It is not that the rich have taken everything and there is nothing left for the poor. That is not what it is. Nature, the universe is abundant. There is no limit. The only limit there is the limit you place on it. There is no limit. Opportunity is not monopolized. And there is for everyone, but it depends on what you want. What are you asking for? And it's not just about asking. When you become a vibrational match, when you are in alignment with money, you will start to give. As I said, you will access that law of the universe called the law of giving or the law of giving and receiving. Like, what am I doing now? I'm giving. I'm giving, whether it be inspiration, whether it be knowledge, whether it be friendship, whether it be entertainment, whatever I am giving. I could have decided to just stay home and do nothing, consume, watch TV, consume, receive, and not give anything back. And what would happen? I would not have a YouTube channel like this. I would not have a YouTube channel like my piano keyboard guide YouTube channel with 250,000 plus subscribers, or my website, my websites, plural, or my books, Kindle books on Amazon, or my courses on Udemy and others. Giving a rich person after, when you become in vibrational alignment, you will give more. The rich are giving more than the poor. Some people won't want to hear that, but the rich are giving more than the poor to more people. They are giving to more people. That is the thing. If you want to make $1,000,000, don't think of, I want $1,000,000, I want $1,000,000. Think of how you can help 1,000,000 people. The rich are helping more people. If you look at the richest people on the planet, like let's say Jeff Bezos or Bezos or what it is, he is giving to a lot of people. He's helping so many people through Amazon. And that is why he has billions upon billions. The biggest YouTubers like PewDiePie is rich because he has so many people subscribe to him. He has given so much and he has so many people subscribe to him. He cannot help but be rich. If you write a book, you write a book, and it sells to millions of people, you'll become rich. But somebody with poverty consciousness will not do that. They will, if they ever write one book and it doesn't work out, that's it for them. But somebody who has wealth consciousness, he will keep doing. He'll keep doing. He knows who he is. She knows who she is. Who are you? Do you see yourself as one of the poor? Nothing against you. I'm not judging. Or do you see yourself as one of the rich? The universe doesn't care. What are you asking for? A button? A small house? Or a mansion? It's about what you're asking for. Doing work based on your potential, the law of Dharma. is also very important. You will do best in a field that you're naturally inclined towards based on your talent, your passion, based on fulfilling your purpose. You just have to be you. I have decided to just be me. I refuse a lot of work because it is not me. I don't want to confuse myself. It doesn't have to be hard. You just have to be flowing. And I'm doing this to watch the time. When I do this, it creates like a shadow. You just have to be you. Now, remember we said a lot of poor people, they won't watch a video like this. This is too long. That is how you know whether you're gonna, if you're still watching, you're on the path. You're on the road to wealth. And the person who's not watching is not hearing me. They're on the path to poverty. That is poverty and wealth, poverty and riches. I keep using rich and wealth interchangeably, but it's not necessarily that way. But let's talk poverty and riches. They are choices. The poor has chosen poverty and the rich have chosen riches. Now that is a bit controversial to some people. Let me explain, because they will ask, but why is it that people in certain countries are poor? How they cannot get after out of poverty? They cannot? Yes, they can. But they are lacking inspiration. It just proves the point we're making. Certain people in countries where people are starving, they do not know that there is wealth for them. They do not understand money. They think that that's just the way it is. They've seen only poverty and they think that this is just the way it is. And often, no amount of handouts will take them out. Have you seen someone who's a beggar and you offer him money or her money, and then years later they're still there? Most times, no amount of charity will help them. What the poor needs is inspiration. If you want to help the poor, a good way to do that is to, the best way to do that is to get rich. The poor can get rich when they become inspired. Poverty and wealth are mindsets. Yes, poverty and wealth are mindsets. And the mind is not just the brain, by the way, it's bigger than that. The mind is not in the body, the mind is everything. A lot of people who win the lottery, poor people, they win the lottery. What happens? In very little time, they lose all of the money. Why? Because they have poverty consciousness. They don't have that. They don't have that rich mindset. So they start to blow the money away like a typical poor person. They start to spend and spend and spend like a typical poor person. A rich person won't do that. What will he do with that money, or she? What will she do? She will start with saving, or if it's a lot of money, investing. Investing. Plant money trees, real estate. Make their money work for them. But it's almost like the poor, they hate money, so they have to get rid of it. Let's get rid of that money because I hate money. So let me get rid of this money. Let me buy the brand new, whatever, Bugatti. Let me buy the brand new vehicle or whatever, car or whatever it is. or loads of them, or give loads of it to the church or whatever because they have to get rid of it. I'm not saying that giving is bad. I just said that giving was good. But you often hear that. Let's get rid of it instead of invest in it. Instead of seeing it like a seed that could be planted to have more seeds because it is a good thing. That is a noble thing to aspire to be rich. You can help others by becoming rich, not by being poor. You may love your mom, you may love your family, you may love your friends, but you may want to show them love, but that love is denied expression by poverty, as Wallace D. Wattles, one of my favorite authors, says in the book The Science of Getting Rich, one of my favorite books. And if you think that it's a bad thing, money is a bad thing, you'll have none of it. You will be poor. So we have seen that it's a lot to do with mindset, and then your thought, you ask, and it is given. You become a vibrational match for it, and you have to keep practicing it. If somebody is to become rich, they have to keep practicing being in alignment with riches. The poor, they practicing being in alignment with poverty. It sounds funny, but that's what it is. And I'm in no way laughing at the poor. This is not about judgment. Being in vibrational alignment, attracting money, has a lot to do with seeing even your disappointments as blessings. If money, let's say you start a business and something goes bad, you lose the business, it doesn't work out. You see this as an opportunity to start a new business. So you stay in vibrational alignment. That is what the rich do. You will notice that the rich, very often, they start one business, it fails. A second business, it fails. A third business, it fails, but they don't stop. They keep going. They keep going. And a lot of the rich people, do they work a job for someone? No. Do they have a boss? No. They are the boss. Somebody said, rich people don't work, they supervise. The difference between rich and poor, their thoughts. Don't think that it's anybody taking away from the rich, or don't think that from the poor. It's not anybody taking away from the poor, or don't think that the rich are successful at the poor expense. No. The poor's expense. No, that is not what it is. It feels so good to make these videos in nature to share with you, unedited. No reason to edit, sharing from the heart. Because if I'm having a conversation with someone, there's no editing. Whatever I say stays, right? And that is what we're doing. We're just sharing the good vibes, the positive energy. I'm not saying that you should never edit. That would be ridiculous. And we could hear the birds. My name is Manchas Kazabo. This is the Manchas Way YouTube channel. If you found this video of value, like it. Gratitude, like it. Giving, like it. Share. Comment. I need to know. I want to know that you're here with me. Manchas Kazabo, the Manchas Way. We were talking about the difference between rich and poor, why some are rich and why some are poor. Thank you very much, and all the best.